We all come across people in life who appear to be able to have anything they want, whether it's a fancy car, a brand new roomy house, or a quickly progressing career. It appears as though the cosmos conspires to assist them in reaching their goals each time. Despite the chaos surrounding them, these people always seem composed and determined, and like most of us, you could feel a little uneasy or even jealous, wondering how they are able to acquire what they want so easily. One of the great Stoic philosophers, Seneca, once remarked that we squander a lot of our time rather than having a limited amount. The secret to understanding the success of these people can be found in this sentence. They concentrate on the result itself rather than hurrying or worrying about it. Instead, they realize that the key to achieving something genuinely valuable is not just wanting it, but also developing self-control, changing one's perspective, and coordinating one's daily actions. In addition to providing you with insight on the way forward, relaxation and mental clarity allow you to naturally attract the things you want. We shall examine this secret from a Stoic philosophical perspective in today's video. Number 1. The power of calm. Calmness is the capacity to remain composed and in control of one's emotions in the face of life's most trying circumstances, not emotional paralysis or the lack of feelings. We frequently encounter unforeseen difficulties and circumstances, and when our minds are still clear of fear and unpleasant feelings, composure is the most effective tool we can have. We are able to sense issues, logically assume command of the circumstances, and make wise choices. We can make the biggest changes when we are relaxed. Imaginary suffering is more common than actual suffering. The Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us that dread and anxiety are frequently more products of our imagination than of actuality. In actuality, if we maintain our composure in the face of adversity, we can manage it with resilience. If we let our imagination run wild, we risk becoming engulfed in a whirlpool of emotions, causing issues that never materialized, and therefore impairing our capacity to make rational choices. This illustrates how important it is to maintain composure in life, since it protects us from emotional influences and encourages a more rational view of circumstances. The tale of U.S. Airways Flight 1549's captain, Chesley Sully Sullenberger, is a shining example of the value of composure. Just minutes after takeoff on January 15, 2009, his jet experienced an engine failure due to a bird strike. In a high-stress scenario, when every action may affect the fate of 155 people, he maintained his composure and refused to let panic take over. Instead, his composure and emotional control allowed him to swiftly evaluate the situation and make the crucial choice to make an emergency landing on the Hudson River. Everyone on board was saved by Sullenberger. If he had panicked and not kept his cool at that point, things might have turned out very differently. His narrative teaches emotional intelligence in addition to providing a model for being composed amid a crisis, and self-control in trying circumstances. We are better able to notice and evaluate situations when we are at ease. However, panic and unmanaged emotions can impair our judgment and make it difficult to make wise decisions. According to Stoicism, which is a philosophy of life, bad emotions should be controlled rather than eradicated. Stoicism's definition of calmness is not emotional suppression or detachment, but rather emotional mastery and the ability to discern when to allow our feelings to lead us and when to put reason first. Although we cannot control everything in life, we can control how we respond to it, according to Stoicism. One of its main tenets is that, although we have little control over outside circumstances, we do have control over how we react and feel throughout our lives. We will face difficulties, pain, and failure, but instead of letting these feelings control us, composure enables us to see the way ahead. Without allowing them to control us, we can learn to identify our feelings. In addition to helping us make informed judgments, this also promotes we have inner strength and self-respect. Our ability to overcome hardship is unbounded when our minds are at ease. Many of our worries and fears, as Seneca stated, are imaginary and never materialize. When we remain composed, we understand that the challenges we face are not insurmountable. We can create the life we want when we are at peace. Being calm is a deliberate decision in life, not merely a fleeting response. Learning to control our emotions and keep our cool allows us to not only control circumstances, but also realize our own potential. Number 2, let everything flow naturally. If you were living your life in a condition of flow, wouldn't that be amazing? Imagine how wonderful it would be if everything happened naturally and required little work on your part. Envision the tranquility, happiness and thankfulness that accompany such a life. Take a moment to imagine it. Bask in the sensation of fluidity, ease and elegance. Now look at your current circumstances. Does life flow? For a lot of us, is it easy and graceful? No, is the response. It doesn't have to be that way. A lot of us push, force and try too hard, which can result in irritation, resentment, burnout and other problems. You can make your life more fluid and easy. I'd love to give you some advice because I can speak from experience. According to Stoicism, in order to lead a happy and contented life, we must learn to let go. However, letting go does not imply complete surrender or a lack of concern for the things in our lives. Rather, it entails realizing that not everything is under our control. One fundamental aspect of life is that we cannot control every circumstance, every individual, or every result. Our thoughts shape the course of our lives. Aurelius Marcus. This quotation from Marcus Aurelius serves as a reminder that our lives are determined by how we interpret them rather than by outside circumstances. Negative ideas. Even in situations where reality isn't too horrible, worries or concerns can lead to a life filled with sorrow. However, our lives become more calm when we keep our resilience and change our attitude, and significant. This quotation challenges us to acknowledge that our ideas are mostly the source of our suffering and anxiety. You have undoubtedly had times when you attempted to exert control over everything, and things turned out differently than you had anticipated. Do you recall the sensation of that? The harder you tried, the more it seemed to fall apart. At that point, you must learn to let go, not to give up, but to relinquish control and let things happen as they naturally will. Consider the life of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books, who had numerous setbacks before becoming a well-known novelist worldwide. Her book was turned down by publishers several times. For some, this would have meant giving up on their aspirations, but J.K. Rowling persisted. She understood that a key component of success is accepting the possibility that things won't go as planned. Although she had no influence over whether publishers would accept her work, she persevered, continued to write, and eventually found extraordinary success. When we let go of our expectations of how things should go, this acceptance is crucial. When we stop pushing things to happen, we make room for new opportunities to arise. We can spot possibilities that we might have missed otherwise. So, how do you begin to let go? Alter your mindset and try to accept the things you cannot alter. Your life will start to flow more effortlessly, and you will feel lighter after doing this. After you stop feeling worn out from fighting against forces beyond your control, you'll begin to see the opportunities the universe is presenting you with. Permit me to introduce you to an intriguing and potent idea. The secret to attracting positive things into your life is the law of attraction. Don't miss the following section of this post, where I'll describe the law of attraction's operation and how you might apply it to bring about change in your life. Number 3. The power of the law of attraction. You may not be aware that cosmic forces are currently controlling your life. The law of attraction is the most strong. It is always in action, much like the Earth's gravitational pull, and it has far-reaching consequences for your life. Because you are constantly creating, once you understand this universal law, you may apply it to better your life. When you learn how to apply the law of attraction in your life, you may shape your future at any time. By controlling your thoughts and behaviors, you can easily attract what you want right now. If you're still hesitant, think about the good things you already have in your life. According to the principle that like attracts like, keeping a good attitude invites more of the same. Bring positivity into your life. Gratitude is the key to seizing opportunities. Having few wants rather than many possessions is the secret to success and prosperity. Epictetus's renowned phrase emphasizes that true riches is not about accumulating more material possessions, but about being grateful and content with what you already have. This is the foundation of the law of attraction. By appreciating what you have, you keep a happy attitude and make room for additional blessings. This concept is evident. Jim Carrey's experience serves as an example of the law of attraction. Jim Carrey, one of the world's most recognized comedy actors, exemplifies the law of attraction. Before his illustrious career and popularity, Jim Carrey envisioned a prosperous future and began his path by writing himself a check for $10 million with a note for acting services provided. He kept the check in his wallet and focused every day on envisioning himself receiving it. Despite the fact that he was still unknown and suffering in his career, he consistently expressed a few years later, something magical happened. He received a $10 million salary for the film Dumb and Dumber, catapulting him to the pinnacle of his career. Jim Carrey's story is not a coincidence. It demonstrates that when you retain a cheerful and thankful attitude, you attract more good things into your life. More importantly, when you look at everything in your life with thankfulness, you not only attract success, but also create inner strength and self-esteem. According to Epictetus, being satisfied with what you have leads to a life rich in both spiritual and material richness. Remember that you are always in a state of creation. Every idea you have shapes your reality. Begin today by developing appreciation, adjusting your ideas, and changing your thinking to attract all you want. Are you prepared to transform your life? Leave a comment below this video to share your thoughts on the law of attraction's effectiveness in your life. Please let us know how you intend to use the law of attraction to get what you want. Number 4. Attention is present and prosperity. In today's society, we have a propensity to overvalue financial prosperity. Although there are other types of abundance, we frequently associate riches with money. However, reaching actual riches frequently ignores a critical component: mindfulness. The ability to be totally present when we live wholly in the present moment boosts our work performance and opens the doors to a richer life. Mindfulness has been linked to improved mental health, happiness, and overall well-being. Anna, swamped by work-related stress, was continuously concerned about her tasks. She was concerned that her clients would be dissatisfied with her designs or that her creative ideas were not original enough. Instead, she focused on the smallest components of her designs, such as lighting and color scheme, as well as overall space harmony. Anna's designs became sharper and more inventive as she focused and paid attention to them. Her clients were not only satisfied, but also deeply impressed, which led to her career success and mental pleasure through mindfulness. Anna not only made amazing work, but she also found inner peace by learning to live fully in the present time. Her work provides a clear demonstration. We believe that mindfulness may lead to success in both our professional and personal lives. To properly achieve our goals, we must first learn to fully live in the present moment. This not only makes us more effective at work, but also helps us develop a full and fulfilling life, not just in terms of financial success, but also in terms of mental and emotional well-being. Thank you for accompanying us on this adventure thus far. Your participation actually helps to disseminate this word, and collectively we may have a huge impact. Affect one smile at a time. And by the way, are you thinking about clicking away? No way. That would be a huge error. I am ready to reveal even more innovative stuff that will captivate you. Stay tuned, because we're about to reveal secrets that have the ability to dramatically change your life. Number 5. The importance of sleep and dreams. Scientists have researched dreams for decades in an effort to fully comprehend the dream state. What they discovered is that dreams serve a much deeper purpose when you sleep than simply amusement. Sleep is more than simply a time for the body to heal. It is also a valuable opportunity for our minds to replenish, assimilate knowledge, and set new goals. It is a period when what appears inexplicable in a waking state can take shape, and latent creative thoughts can become reality. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, famously remarked, "The quality of your thoughts determines the happiness of your life." This statement asserts that our thoughts and inner goals are what bring us peace and success in life, not external forces. Dreams, like our subconscious deepest wishes, are not always clear and easy to grasp, but they can help us discover what we actually want in life. Dreams can provide advice for future decisions and acts, just as Marcus Aurelius taught that true happiness comes from managing our inner thoughts. Consider Thomas Edison, who found how to harness sleep and improve his inventiveness. Edison was a well-known inventor, but few people are aware of his peculiar connection with sleep. He saw sleep as a tool for creativity rather than a time to rest. Edison typically took brief naps throughout the day while holding a coin in his hand. As he fell asleep, the penny would fall to the ground, waking him. This practice was his means of shifting his thinking from a conscious state to a subconscious state where creative ideas may develop. Edison's approach to sleep demonstrates that when the body is in deep slumber, creative ideas can develop. When the mind is relaxed, it can connect with creative energy, which is frequently unavailable during waking hours. Dreams reflect our daily thinking and assist us in overcoming difficulties that stay unsolved while we are awake. We can get creative ideas when we believe we are relaxing, but are actually coming closer to the truth. To give the answers we require, this principle applies not only to creative individuals like Edison, but to all of us. Dreams serve as a link between the present and the future, allowing our deepest wishes to take shape. If you can relate your dreams to your real-life goals, you may be able to see more clearly the roads that lead to them. Of course, getting enough sleep is not always easy, especially in today's environment when stress and anxiety can make falling asleep difficult. However, knowing the value of sleep dreams might drive you to change your routines and prioritize self-care. Allowing yourself to truly rest restores your body, refreshes your mind, and reconnects you with your greatest goals. Dreams are a gift from both the body and the mind, allowing you to better understand yourself and discover your true desires. When you learn to accept and comprehend your dreams, it becomes simpler to manifest all you want, because you have physically and mentally prepared yourself to welcome the beautiful things that life has to offer. Number 6. The power of morning. Our morning habits have a huge impact on how our day unfolds. This is a vital period that affects our energy, mood, and general performance. As we get out of bed, both our bodies and our minds begin a new trip. The morning is a blank canvas, and how we choose to write on it has a huge impact on our life and the decisions we make throughout the day. Many people feel that success is tied to getting up early and starting the day with vigorous activities. Nevertheless, understanding our body and mind is the determining factor. Each person has a distinct biological rhythm, and starting the day in a way that corresponds with this rhythm is critical rather than succumbing to the pressure of waking up early in order to follow the success model. Listen to your body and develop a morning ritual that makes you feel relaxed, invigorated, and ready to face any challenge. Meditation is one of the most simple but effective morning practices. Taking a few quiet moments in the morning clears our brains of worry and anxiety, allowing us to focus on what is actually important. Just a few minutes of deep breathing and reflection can help us start the day calmly and confidently. This exercise is important since it relieves tension and keeps our thinking clean. This helps us make better selections throughout the day. Cycling can be beneficial. These activities boost physical health and increase alertness and energy levels throughout the day. Endorphins are released when we exercise our body, which improves our mood and makes us feel more energized. Thus, beginning the day with light exercise develops our bodies and mentally prepares us for challenges. Former US President Barack Obama exemplifies a successful morning routine. He placed a high value on his morning practices before starting work. Obama set aside time to exercise and soothe his mind. He generally started his day with light workouts and spent a few minutes pondering on key life topics. He explained that these peaceful mornings helped him stay healthy and allowed him to plan and think clearly about the decisions he needed to make. These mornings also helped him remain calm and confident when faced with problems during the day. Finally, there is no universal formula for building the ideal morning routine. Everybody can select activities. A quiet cup of coffee, a small workout, or a few minutes of meditation can all help you psychologically prepare for the day ahead. We can learn and grow as a community. Share your thoughts in the comments section below this video. Do you have a specific morning routine that helps you feel energized and confident? Please let us know, and let's work together to create energetic and purposeful mornings. Number 7. Visualize and create. Consider a tiny seed. If you plant it in the soil, hydrate it, and care for it properly, it will eventually sprout, rise above the earth, and give shade for the entire garden. Our lives are remarkably similar to that seed. Everything you desire begins with A. A clear vision of your future is essential for seizing chances and taking meaningful activities in your life. Goals. This is not magic or mysticism, but a combination of thinking and deliberate action. When you have a clear image of what you desire, your imagination can drastically improve your life by creating good energy. Imagine what you want. You'll start living in a condition of preparedness to receive and attract pleasant things. This energy helps you maintain patience and focus, allowing you to conquer obstacles in life. Consider your desire to better your health. A person may see a strong, energetic body and wonder how they may get it. They see their ideal physique and the steps necessary to achieve it, such as frequent exercise and proper diet. This vision fuels their enthusiasm every day, and that motivation becomes the driving force that propels them through periods of sloth or adversity. The same goes for personal connections. Imagine a life filled with harmony, love, and understanding among your family and friends. When you can imagine such a future, you naturally cultivate a sense of tranquility, which makes it simpler to take activities to strengthen those relationships. This allows for reciprocal understanding, and you will find yourself acting more compassionately and making deeper connections. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, famously observed that you have influence over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will gain strength. This quotation underlines the importance of imagination and positive thinking in all aspects of life. If you focus on positive things and the life you want, you will naturally take efforts toward realizing them. Stoic philosophy believes that maintaining a steady, positive mind is essential for pleasure and success. Imagination is an important component of this process. When you can clearly and positively envision the future, you will make major adjustments to your behaviors and decisions, attracting the chances you seek. Imagining is more than simply a mental exercise. It is an essential component of creating the life you desire. When you vividly picture your goals, you generate positive energy, which attracts appropriate possibilities. You are constructing your future and shaping the person you hope to become. Marcus Aurelius stated that the quality of your ideas dictates the quality of your life. Begin with simple visions and strive for greatness. Number 8. Be silent and connect with the universe. Silence is more than just the absence of sound. It is a mental space in which we can connect with ourselves and open our hearts to receive the messages that the universe sends us. In today's chaotic world, where thousands of pieces of information arrive every day, people frequently feel lost, exhausted, and directionless. In such situations, quiet serves as a technique of achieving inner calm and restoring equilibrium, allowing us to recognize essential guidance from inside and from the cosmos. Silence is not about fleeing life, but about obtaining a better understanding of what really matters. The concept of patience and self-control tells us that in moments of solitude, we can gather the fortitude to face obstacles and appreciate the beauty of life. Albert Einstein is a wonderful illustration of how stillness may help us connect with the universe. He is noted not just for his remarkable discoveries, but also for his pursuit of silence throughout his life. Einstein liked seclusion, where he could contemplate and investigate scientific theories in peace, in addition to dedicating time to research. He frequently went on lengthy walks in nature to embrace peace and allow new thoughts to arise in his mind, and he once claimed, "I am not intelligent. I just spend more time thinking about the questions that others ignore." This is a clear demonstration of the power of stillness in connecting humanity with the universe. Einstein was able to listen to fresh findings that led to great scientific achievements while remaining still. It was not only the stillness of words, but the silence of the mind, where all cares and distractions were pushed aside, allowing for amazing breakthroughs and thoughts. So, why is quiet required for connecting with the universe? Silence enables us to pause, contemplate, and listen to ourselves. In those moments, we are not swayed by other influences or caught up in never-ending races. Silence allows us to see our objectives, dreams, and the route we actually want to follow more clearly. It is not only about reducing noise, but also about making room for fresh ideas and opportunities that we may not have recognized before. When the mind is at peace, practicing quiet allows us to actively materialize everything we wish. Decisions in life become apparent. We no longer respond impulsively or worry unnecessarily. Instead, we make well-considered decisions that are consistent with our actual nature and life purpose. Every moment of silence allows us to connect with ourselves and open our souls to receive signals from the universe. We stop worrying about things we can't control and instead learn to live in peace with our surroundings. In this way, every day, every second of silence becomes an opportunity for us to realize our deepest desires. Are you ready to listen to the universe? Silence is not a surrender, but rather a rebirth. With patience and thorough attention, we shall find the way to the great things that the universe has already planned for us. Finally, when we reflect on our Stoic philosophy journey, we will see that tranquility and patience are not only necessary virtues in life, but also the keys to manifesting everything we wish. Desire Stoicism teaches us that things beyond our control aren't worth worrying about, and it's in these moments of calm that we can truly appreciate our inner power when we learn to keep our cool. Under pressure, you get control of your emotions and allow good things and wants to naturally flourish in life. So, are you prepared to utilize this principle in your life? Are you willing to relax and let wonderful things come to you while keeping your mind at rest? Or do you still have, if you can't let go of your doubts, I'm willing to apply and believe in the power of calmness. If not, I'll continue to worry. Beyond my control. If you found this video useful, remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Continue watching the suggested videos at the conclusion of this one to learn more about Stoic concepts that can improve your life.